All rise. Judge for the B court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1009, Moore versus Davis.
Thank you.
Of Ms. Moore.
Okay, thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Moore,
Yes, ma'am.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my husband, ex-husband, we have a mutually beneficial agreement with our children where he keeps them at night and I keep them during the day.
Okay.
But my job no longer allows me to stay home with them during the day, and I would like for them to go to daycare now during the
Welcome to a courtroom showdown that's about to get real messy. Today we have a father who's convinced daycare is basically a germ factory, a mother who's done playing by his rules, and a judge who's not here for the nonsense. But here's the kicker. This case isn't about custody, it's about money. Who pays for daycare when one parent doesn't even want it? Buckle up because this ruling is about to get spicy.
day, and he does not want them to.
Okay, how old are the children?
2 years and 18 months.
Okay, and you already picked out the daycare you want them to go to and everything like
Yes.
that? How much is it?
It is $500 a month
$500 for both children?
for one child, so it's $1,000 a month for both children.
Oh, okay.
It's a nationally accredited daycare.
Okay. That's not bad for 2 kids. What's your opposition to that?
Well, I don't think they should be in daycare. I think she should stay with them like we originally planned. I didn't get a chance to check out the daycare. I just would rather them stay with her mom or one of our family members.
Okay, did you let him know which daycare?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
He was invited to go meet the teachers and do the tour, but he opted not to go.
So you did have an opportunity to go.
I was invited, but I don't really want my kids in that daycare. I don't want to be in that
What's
daycare.
wrong with the daycare?
They're full of germs. For starters,
this courtroom is full of germs.
Okay, but children germs, they're next level.
Okay, do they disinfect the daycare?
I don't know that.
They do.
Right, you don't know. So you haven't even had the opportunity, you haven't taken the opportunity to try to do any kind of research.
Okay.
But the fact that there are germs at the daycare, I mean, that's not a good enough reason why you don't want them in there.
I would rather them be with family, people we know.
Okay, I mean, that's a valid point.
Your Honor, may I say something?
Yes.
I'm a doctor. I'm around germs all day. This
Okay.
is one reason that we did not work out.
It's a big problem.
My ex-husband is a
Alright,
germ.
so Dad's entire argument boils down to germs. Yes, you heard that right. He's out here acting like daycare is some post-apocalyptic biohazard zone. But let's be real, germs are everywhere. His kids are already around germs every time they leave the house. But the real kicker, he refused to even check out the daycare. If you won't even look at the place, do you really get to complain?
And he feels like if the children aren't kept in a bubble basically all day, that something terrible is going to happen to them. But that's no reason, that's no way for these kids to live. And I have to go save lives every day while he just sits in his living room, hermetically sealed off living room.
That's dramatic.
Well, it's not that dramatic. What's dramatic is he wouldn't even show up for this tour at the daycare so he could see that it is a clean daycare. It's nationally accredited. Also, our children would have loved to have seen you.
Okay, look, with all due respect, I don't even want to be in this courtroom, Your Honor.
I can understand that. Sometimes I don't want to be here.
I don't want to be here.
So, I mean,
but I'm here.
Mom just dropped a bombshell. Dad is a full-on germaphobe, and it's not just about the kids. It's why their marriage fell apart. Now we're getting into the real drama. But here's the thing, she's a doctor. She's out there saving lives while he's sealing himself off like he's prepping for the next pandemic. Talk about polar opposites here.
I'm here for the kids, and I would prefer if they weren't in a daycare, if they were at one of our family members, where we can give them special instructions on cleaning and what the children need to stay healthy.
well, I definitely understand. And, I agree. In a lot of cases, it is good for the children to be around a family member and everything like that. However, age 2 years old, and what was the other age?
18 months.
18 months. I mean, it's nothing wrong with them going to school already. You do want them to start learning a lot of things. You just do. There are some things that you guys are not going to be able to teach them at home. Not that you can't, it's just you may not have the time to do it. So I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea, but I do think it's a good idea for you to go and speak to the teachers, look around the daycare, see about the cleanliness of it and everything like that. And you guys should just work together and co-parent. So the agreement is just going to stand what it is. You guys keep doing your agreement where you have your time with the children, and you keep rotating like that. Nobody should pay child support in this type of situation. But what I will do to make sure that daycare does get paid is that you guys split it. So $1,000, you pay $500, you pay $500.
This is classic. Dad wants family members to watch the kids instead. But here's the question. Where were these magical family members when mom needed childcare? And let's not forget, most family members aren't trained professionals. Daycare isn't just about watching kids, it's about teaching them. So unless grandma is out here running a certified preschool, this argument isn't holding much weight.
And it's going to go through the Attorney General of Texas. And that's just the best way to do it, because that at least ensures that the children's daycare is paid for month to month.
Oh, okay, but now I'm paying for the daycare that I don't want them to go to, and I have them at night. She's supposed to be responsible for the day. If they were in night care, I would pay for it, and I just don't see how this is fair. She makes 3 times as much money as I do.
Right, but you guys have been splitting the children, right? You've been splitting the children, and it's not a bad idea. And honestly, that's a very reasonable cost for 2 children at a daycare, because a lot of times, especially the younger a child is, the 18-month-old, it could be more expensive than that. And I think that's fair. Or, I could base, let me see, how much money you make a year? Let's see. Your document says $62,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like for me to base child support that you pay her off of $62,000 a year? Because I can assure you it will be more than $500.
Then no.
Okay, well,
There it is. The judge lays down the law. Both parents will split the daycare bill, $500 each. And just like that, Dad realizes he's now paying for something he didn't even want. But the alternative? Child support calculations based on his full income, which would have cost him way more. Tough break, buddy.
In that case, is there anything further between either
No,
of you?
Your Honor. Thank you.
That'll be all? That'll be all from you? Okay,
Yes.
where you all are dismissed.
At the end of the day, the judge's decision was fair. You split time, you split cost. And honestly, for 2 kids, $1,000 a month is a pretty reasonable rate. So was Dad's argument about germs legit, or just a last-ditch effort to avoid daycare fees? Let us know in the comments. And if you love juicy courtroom drama, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more shocking cases, because trust me, it only gets wilder from here.